Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. Hope you're having an awesome day. Let's talk about micro moments, Google micro moments, but for real estate. This episode is brought to you by abrillianttribe.com. That's our group coaching where we help you, regardless of where you're at or who you are in real estate. We can help you grow. Check us out at brillianttribe.com. Let's talk about micro moments. Google came up with the idea of micro moments somewhere along 2014, 15, I think, or maybe even 16. The idea is the consumer is thinking certain things, maybe acting on those thoughts, and we as the marketers, we as the content creators have to look ahead and create that content that they can engage with so we can lock them in over a longer period of time or when they are really active with these micro moments, micro thoughts. And so I thought, why not get real estate specific on this and say there are 4 Google micro moments? Well, let's create 4 real estate micro moments. And I wrote these down so I can share them with you. And if you want to Google it, go ahead. You can see Google's micro moments. I'm just transitioning them to real estate. Here they are. Number 1. Micro moment for real estate is the I want to know moment. This is where the consumer is thinking, well, I wonder what that neighborhood looks like, or I wonder what that school is all about, or where it's located, or, I've always wondered what types of homes are in this area, or they want to know more about a neighborhood or about real estate in general. So this gives you, the real estate agent, the team, the brokerage, the idea to say, well, why don't I answer some of these questions by putting them into a blog, putting them into social media, maybe social media that can live a little bit longer, like on YouTube, not on Instagram or Facebook, which kind of dies out, or even TikTok. You're looking more for longer form content here that can be searched up on Google. And if you are going to go on TikTok, because their search engine is great, maybe use certain niche terms about communities, schools, neighborhoods, and so forth. That is number 1, the want to know moment. Number 2, the I want to go moment. I want to go moment. This is where you want to anticipate what the consumer is thinking when they want to go somewhere. It's like, you know what? I've heard about this specific lake in this neighborhood, and I'd love to tour it, but I don't necessarily want to go in person. What does this look like for me if I were to live there, if I were to visit through there? And this is where you go a little bit deeper. It may sound the same as number 1, but it's not. This is where you take me through a tour and you show me what it's like to live there, like if I actually went there. And this is where the consumer isn't necessarily ready to buy a home. They want to go there and experience it. Now, in some cases, you may want to be the one that gives them a tour. Now, if you're going to engage with them here, with this consumer, then of course you're going to want to sign the buyer-broker agreement, especially with the new rules that are going to come into play in July. But the I want to go moments is where you start creating these guides. You have an opportunity to create PDFs and say, hey, these are the best things to do in, let's say, my area, Malibu. These are the beaches. In fact, let me go tour them for you. Let me put them up on YouTube. Let me create a whole library of things to do, places to go, how it is to live here. And here's a PDF guide for you that you can download, right? You're anticipating, in fact, you could probably put some money behind this and now retarget it to your people, or put some ads, add money behind it to go on Facebook, Instagram, and Google, and YouTube, and everywhere else. So want to go moments. Number 3 is I want to do moments. This is where they actually are thinking of real estate and saying, okay, you know what? I think I want to do this. What does it take to buy a home? I need probably a lender. And if I'm anticipating this ahead of time, I'm probably going to need a home inspector, right? And this is where it also separates the I want to do moment, not necessarily just looking to buy, but also homeowners. What do they look to do in general? They look for MRI, maintenance, repairs, and improvements. So now, if you have a list of great service providers, you could offer that. And in fact, you could probably follow a home inspector or a plumber or an electrician and say, hey, come to my house, show me the things that I need to look for as a homeowner, and then post it up on YouTube. Now you're talking to two different sets of consumers, which is great. But it's the I want to do when people are looking, hey, I need a plumber. I've been living in my home. This broke, this broke, this broke. Now you function more than just a real estate agent. You start anticipating their needs at this moment. And the other piece to this is if you're interviewing lenders, title executives, and other people that have to do with this world, you're anticipating questions that the consumer may have when they're ready to finally start in this process. That's the I want to do. And number 4 is I want to buy or I want to sell. They're there, right? This is where they're finally at that final decision and said, okay, I want to do this. And this is your opportunity to showcase more testimonials, showcase what you've done in the past, and showcase your processes, how it is to work with you, your actual brand, what you offer, what differentiates you. And I think this is sometimes the piece that we're missing. We may be doing the other pieces, but we don't go through this and kind of reveal and show the back end of what it is to work with us. Why is it different? What do we provide? What do our search engines provide? How do we treat our clients? What's the process that a buyer should expect? What's the process that a seller should expect, especially in the area that you're in, because different areas require different things. Anyway, those are the micro moments by Google. I just tweaked them a little bit for you for real estate. I will talk to you tomorrow.